Would you allow me to tell you the story of the great Christmas tree fiasco of 2002? It's emblazoned in my brain. I had just gone through a divorce. Yes, I had been married for 18 years, and my first marriage just had gone through a divorce in 2002. That's a subject of a whole nother video. But I wanted to keep everything as normal as possible for my children, who were about 16 and 14 at the time. And it was approaching Christmas, and I thought, okay, we'll go out as usual, as we've been doing for years. We'll go cut down the Christmas tree. So I, got the kids piled into the SUV, and I thought, oh, I need something to attach the Christmas tree to the roof of the car. But I was a new single mom. I didn't really have all the normal things like rope and bungee cords. And so I gathered what I thought might work to hold the tree to the roof of the SUV. And we took off, and we found the perfect Christmas tree. My son, who was 16, was able to cut down the tree, of course, and he hoisted it on top of the car, and I'm like, okay, ready to go. And he goes, well, how are we going to attach it to the SUV? And so I got out thread. Yes, a spool of thread, because that's all I could find. And I thought, surely if we just loop this back and forth enough, it'll work, right? I should have known when my son gave me this look like, you've got to be kidding me. And my daughter even looked at me. She was 14, and she even was smarter than me and thought, I don't think this is going to work, Mom. I'm like, oh, it'll work. So my son followed through, bless his heart, and we helped wrap up the Christmas tree there onto the roof with the thread. And then we got in the car and we took off down the road, going about 35 miles an hour, and as you guessed it, Christmas tree went splat, slid right off the roof onto the road. It was kind of embarrassing. Anyway, the reason I'm telling you this story is I learned something that day. You need something strong to hold things together better than thread. You need something stronger. And in your marriage, you need something stronger than a single thread, right? It reminds me of Ecclesiastes 4, right? Though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not easily broken. And so here's what I want you to know. In your marriage, you need God as the 3rd strand. You need all 3. Marriage is hard. The enemy is nipping at your heels, looking for any way to wiggle into your marriage. You need God as that third strand to make a super strong cord. You need him. Talk with your husband. Be intentional about this. How can we bring God into the center of our marriage so we have a cord of 3 strands? Brainstorm ideas on how you can keep God at the center of your marriage. Does this mean that you guys intentionally attend a Bible study together for couples, or create a Bible study where you invite couples over to your house as a small group? Does it mean that you commit to daily reading a passage of scripture together? Does it mean agreeing that you're going to pray together before bed every night? Whatever it is, be intentional so that you have a cord of 3 strands that is not easily broken.